Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do a bonus general tarot reading for May 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here real quick, just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. What bonus messages, vibes, energies, all that good stuff can we get for our birthday boys and gals here for Taurus? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we're going to get into the full reading itself. And then, yeah, no bonus shadow card this week. We're just going to keep the messages quick and to the point, see what Spirit has for you. So let's get you this first card real quick. And as I'm sure you're about to notice, we're going to have a little Alice in Wonderland theme going on. I'm using some different decks than I normally use, but that's cool. I felt like switching the vibe. Okay, so this is an intriguing one and beautiful imagery on this card. I love it. And it is called The Right Way. Now, as you can see, it's a little sparse there in regards to the symbolism. We have like the little Alice figure, the crown, and it looks like she's getting advice. So initially, when I see this as an oracle card, there's certain advising going on. So whether there's certain situations you're going through where maybe you need a little advice from an outside person, maybe someone's going to come to you for advice. There's a certain wisdom I'm picking up off of this card too. So, I mean, not only is it beautiful imagery for some Tauruses, maybe if you're dealing with certain things, Spirit's saying to take your time, right? Don't rush things. Like this feels extremely wise to me, right? And usually wisdom can't be rushed. So again, those are the main things I'm picking up off of this one, whether you're giving or receiving advice. I feel like it's okay. And there's a certain wisdom here as well. So whether it's a wise person, but we're just going to leave it at that. Let's get into tarot here. And, you know, I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up here for my Taurus friends for their birthday season. What do we got? And yeah, while we shuffle this up and get it ready to go, let's talk about your most recent reading, which was only a couple days ago. The energy looked very positive to me. The reading was titled An Explosive Victory. Now, yes, the energy seemed to be moving in a good direction, but when we get so much fire and air, that can sometimes be a little uncomfortable, a little shaky. And while I was doing some meditations, I really felt like Taurus needed a little more insight, or that there's more energies that we could be picking up. So let's get you these cards. Let's get 3 cards here in the upright for my Taurus friends. Thank you. Okay, so it's a little fantasizing type of energy, nothing terrible, but we are starting off with the 10 of Cups. Lovely. And it does seem to be a bit calmer than what I picked up in your weekly reading. This could be good. This could be a lot of internal, because we have the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. So big emphasis on the water. Now for earth signs like you, that's a complementary type of element. Let's get one more. What do we have here for Taurus, please? Okay, High Priestess, all water. All water sign energy, big Pisces vibes right here. So, you know, she's very mysterious in her own ways. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. But yeah, first look, first glance, you know, I always speak about the elements, and all water straight across the board. Now, there's some real positives that we can pull from this for a lot of you. This could just be creativity. So your natural creative juices could be flowing. This could be an energy that's emotionally tapped in, emotionally tied in. But I mean, they are big expressions of love and feeling, but the only downside when I see so much water is that it could be very intense, whether it's like very intense feelings, very intense emotions. For some of you, there could be lots of ups and downs, which, listen, I know Taurus is generally like a steady path. So when I get so much water, there's a little unpredictability. But again, as an earth sign yourself, you could work with this. I'm feeling that it could be really nice, but there's a certain etheric quality I'm picking up. So again, whether it's a little more daydreamy than normal, maybe you're in your feelings, this could be somebody else too. But let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out. So position number 1, we're starting with one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. We have the 10 of Cups. Absolutely love it. And in this rendition, which is the Tarot in Wonderland, you see they got the happy family, the 10 full cups. This is a card of wins and victories. So just like I saw for you in the weekly reading, there's still a very nice beneficial energy around the Taurus collective. So even if you are in all this energy that we see on the back end, when I see this, I'm like, all right, this is good. So if there are any struggles, if there are any things that you're going through, it's like in the end, you're probably going to come out with the W, which is really nice. This is a huge card of wish fulfillment. Now, for some Tauruses, this could represent the home, this could represent the family, living situations. But a downside to the Ten of Cups, like I mentioned, it could be highly, highly emotionally charged. So in this time, again, whether you're feeling things a little deeper, it could be somebody else. There's a certain sense with the energy where it kind of seems to be drifting a little bit. So whereas like the weekly reading, I saw so much fire, so much explosive energy. This energy feels up in the air, which for a Taurus reading, I'm kind of skeptical about it. So we're going to want to look into it further. Now, moving to the center as we get this Ten of Cups back in its place, we have the Four of Cups. Now, again, imaginative. You're going to see that this really fits a lot of the similar archetypes. Now, classically, this is a picture of someone sitting under a tree. They're having a little bit of a snooze, and it's like they're thinking. Now, the positive of it, like I mentioned, the creativity. So for a lot of you, if you are a little more charged up, you need to vent that. So whether it's through creative processes, whether it's through just having some sort of outlet, even physical activity could be really good. But this is thinking. So when I see this, there might be somebody or a situation that's taken a lot of your brain space. Maybe someone's thinking about you. Like when I see the Four of Cups, it's like I'm thinking about something nonstop. It doesn't quite feel anxious yet, but to me, it's like my mind is focused on this one thing more than the others. So watch out for like overthinking one particular thing. The challenge of the Four of Cups, aside from the fantasizing and all the stuff I already spoke about, it's an energy that's not really in movement. Like it's kind of stuck, it's waiting, it's sitting around. So like the energy feels reactionary to me, where it's like, all right, instead of doing something, I'm just going to wait and see. That's not always a bad place to be. But moving to the back end, this is where we have a little bit of a curveball. We have the High Priestess. So again, Pisces. I also link her to the other water signs, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But she is the matron of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers. So whenever we see her in a reading, obviously your intuition could be off the charts. If you're an empathetic person, your spidey senses might be tingling when we have the High Priestess. She does imply mystery, right? Like she's a little secretive, she's quiet, although she is tapped into spirituality and subtle energies. She's not really speaking much. So for some Tauruses, there might be something you're dealing with or working through where it's like, I'm keeping it within, I'm not really saying anything about it. It is a little bit secretive. Or it could just be very plain and simple, unexpected or surprising energy, which makes sense with what I saw for you this week. Again, I don't feel like she's necessarily a bad thing, but in her challenge, she could represent confusion. It could be an energy that's a little misleading sometimes. So we're going to see. I want to dive deeper in all the Taurus. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you. And yes, my friends, this is where I like to go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ten of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Ten of Cups time. What do we got? Why is the Ten of Cups here in the bonus? Page of Cups, yeah, listen, I feel like this fits in big with what I saw for the weekly reading. We have the Page of Cups in the upright underneath the Ten of Cups. This is obviously either some sort of big winter victory or some exciting news coming in. Now, for a portion of you, if you feel like there's something you've been wanting to speak about or someone you've been wanting to speak to, when I see the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups, it's like, all right, well, that conversation went really well. So again, we still need to see what all this etheric energy is here on the background, but notice the element again, it's all water. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is like, all right, well, when I talk to this person, I'm going to say this. It's like I'm getting a pre-rehearsed type of energy too. That's an odd little intuitive message. So whether this is someone else or you, it's like, all right, well, when I talk to this person, this is what I want to talk about. This is what I'm going to say. So that could be advice for some of you too. But you know, pages, they're students, they're messengers, especially this Page of Cups. I do feel, before we even get to the rest of the reading, this can be a bit of an emotional warning this week. The cards aren't bad by any means. I still love this beautiful energy here in the front. But I just feel it's so fluid that for some Tauruses, like the energy, it's like, oh, I'm feeling a little insecure about something. Again, not saying you're an insecure person, but there might be a situation where it's like, ugh, I feel like I'm on shaky ground here. The energy is just so fluid. But again, with the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups and the upright underneath it, this is either some really good or exciting news or that wind-based energy that we were keying in on in the weekly reading. So we like that. We claim that. Let's keep moving forward. That's what I like to see in your birthday season. So let's go in on the Four of Cups. What do we have here with the Four of Cups for Taurus, please? And guides. Let's see what this mental energy is about. Okay. Yeah, all right. Now, I'm not saying this is you for sure, but we have the Tower underneath the Four of Cups. Now, I will say this for some of you, it's very important that you don't think worst case scenario with things. Very, very important. Either that or it could be someone else connected to you that's thinking worst case scenario. But the Tower, that's Scorpio energy. It can represent change. So when I see it under the Four of Cups, of course, for some of you, this could be like some really powerful change where it's like, I'm just waiting for it to happen. Like, I kind of know it's coming, but it just feels powerful. So for some of you, it could be things that are, it's like a shocking shift or a shocking change. And it's like, I know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. So it's giving me that odd feeling here. Aside from that, this could represent somebody whose mind is just getting away with them. So again, it could be a little stressed, anxious, nervous. So we have this interesting mixture of energy where we have really positive stuff coming in, but then we also have someone that's either thinking worst case scenario, psyching himself out, that might be nervous, but it's like, I know it's coming. Like this change, it's going to change. Something's going to shift or change the whole game, and I feel it coming. So that's not odd, but I wasn't expecting to see that there. But you know, the Tower, that's upheaval. I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing for everyone, though. But I would say just try not to think worst case scenario with things. Try your best to stay optimistic. Let's go in on the High Priestess, then we'll do a quick recap before we shut it down, my friends. So a little mixture of stuff. Let's see what this mystery could be about with our High Priestess. So why is the High Priestess in the mix for Taurus, please? Okay. So we do have the Ten of Swords in reverse here. This could be something most definitely popping back up. And I've been seeing this for a lot of different signs in recent weeks. I'm not even sure if I've seen it for you recently, but it's starting to show now. Notice we have both tens flanking the main part of the reading. Tens generally represent the close of a cycle. Ten of Swords is a card of pain. When I see it in reverse, though, it represents a flare-up or a return of some kind. So it's like something that ended is coming back. So in this time, I mean, it is your birthday season too. There might be people you haven't talked to in a while that pop in. There could be situations that seem to flare back up. So I would watch out for that, especially if you feel like these cycles that are trying to return are not the most healthy for you. Because with the High Priestess, Ten of Swords in reverse, it doesn't feel like an unexpected ending. It's more of like an unexpected or surprising return. That's the big vibe I'm picking up here. So, I mean, it could fit all together. I mean, there's a lot of powerful energy at play here, but I don't think this is too overly intense on the back end. Remember, if we want to receive the Ten of Swords, we want it in reverse, because that tells us the energy is onward and upward. So that kind of fits the bill. But let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll shut it down here, my friends. I hope you're enjoying your bonus reading. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we start off by hitting a home run. We got the Ten of Cups with the Page of Cups in the upright. So I said for some of you, this could be some really good, exciting news coming in. This could be a conversation where it's like, wow, that went way better than I thought it would. So it feels really nice to me. There's something here about trying to stay optimistic as well. And I'm also getting this odd little message of like someone rehearsing what they want to say. So whether that's you or another person, it's like when I speak, I'm going to say this. Now, moving to the center, we have the Four of Cups with the Tower, big Scorpio energy here, mostly water in this whole entire spread. That's why I said like the ground might feel a little shaky, might be a little up and down. But the Four of Cups with the Tower, to me, don't think worst case scenario with things. This could also be someone where they know something's coming, they know a change or a shift is coming, but they're just waiting on it to happen. Where it's like, I know this is happening, I know this is coming. It's not a matter of if, but when. That's the big vibe I'm picking up. Moving to the back end, we have the High Priestess, the mystery, the shrouded type of energy with the Ten of Swords in reverse. So I did say for some of you, watch out for, I mean, yeah, some of you could be like shrouding pain. I'm not going down that whole road. To me, it feels like more of something flaring back up. So whether it's like a surprising or unexpected return of a person or a situation, it seems like Taurus might be up to bat for that type of energy. So my friends, please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. And yeah, that's what I have for you for your May bonus reading. Taurus, much love to all of you. I'll talk to you again soon.